Alright, folks, you know what time it is. It's been a couple weeks. Specifically, it's been about 3. I haven't played this since May 27th, so I'm a little bit behind. But I said today, what the hell? Okay, let me change the screen. I said, you know what? Today I'm ahead on my Final Fantasy grinding. Basically what happened yesterday was I was trying to learn Zeromus. Zeromus is actually really easy, as long as people don't just constantly snowball and die nonstop, which is already a tall ask. So I got the mount on a 91, so there won't be a Zeromus stream, unfortunately. And look, we have Shinies right off the bat. Hello, Ash, welcome. Look at that. That might be the Bidooth from the start of the game, but there's no way to know. And then there's a shiny Apom. Very nice. I like that Shinies can show up here, I think. And the shiny Spirit Tomb and a shiny Shellos. Look at that. You could tell it's a little bit more pale than usual. And then homie over here, you could even see the cracks in his rock are alternate colored. See, it's blue instead of green. And I don't know why he decided to hide his face. Is it because we got close? I have no idea. Hello, Devin. Metroid Prime 4, watch your reaction of it. That was about my reaction. Exactly. As soon as I saw Federation, I was like, oh yeah. This is either some crazy shit or it's Metroid Prime 4. Because that's what I was saying to people. I was like, when Nintendo says a game is coming out on a console, they generally mean that it is coming out on that console. Alright, let me pull up my to-do list. So we finished Lickalicky. We could try to finish up Per Ugly. Per Ugly and Elekid, apparently. And Togetic, we just have to use Togetic. And luckily, we've already used a Togetic. So if we just go fight, like, some fighting types, or if we just fight Murkrows for, like, half an hour, we could finish this up easily. So, yeah. Elden Ring DLC comes out tonight. Very nice. Good thing I wasn't wrong about that, because I was telling my friends, like, all day, I'm like, dude, it comes out tonight. Like, it comes out, like, Friday. But I think people are playing it early, so maybe they have review copies, or I'm not sure how they did it. But, I mean, it is what it is. All I can tell you is I'm not playing it, which is fine. I have Dawn Trail next week, so if you're interested in some brand new stuff for the channel, I guess it depends on your definition of brand new stuff, because I'm going to be playing that. So if you like Final Fantasy gameplay, or if you don't like, you know, the end-game repetitive gameplay, there will at least be a couple 100 hours of story that we will have between this and the patches, which is something worth getting exciting for because I very much enjoy it. So that'll be kind of good. Apparently they had sweeping nerfs, Devin, by the way. So a lot of builds got nerfed going into Shadow of the Erd Tree or whatever. So hopefully yours didn't get completely destroyed. Best of luck, honestly, because that's the first thing that I saw is that they had sweeping nerfs across everything. Alright, let me, what was I doing again? It was adding stuff. There you go. Let me turn the volume down just a little bit. I'll also move my microphone just a little bit. Even more, maybe. There you go. Hello, Crispy. There you go. But yeah, I've been kind of busy with stuff, so that's mostly what I've been doing. I did a whole lot of cleaning today, which was pretty nice. So I'm very pleased at that. And other than that, I mean, I know a lot of people are looking forward to Shadow of the Eld Tree, so that'll be pretty good for them. Katanas are just such a good moveset, there's no way they can nerf them. I mean, every Dark Souls game, Katanas are stupidly strong. Mic up, please. Seems low. Alright, I'll move the mic closer to my face. And who's attacking me? Tangela apparently aggroed off of me fighting a Murkrow. That's insane. Okay, let me turn the volume down just a little bit more. And that should be good enough, hopefully. Was it Air Slash as the other move? I can't even remember. Most of the nerfs had to do with PvP. Well, okay, as long as it's PvP, I mean, that's whatever. I'm not going to sit here and, you know... When I play Souls games, I play them mostly as a single-player game. I don't really play them to do PvP. I'll just at least be... Oh, no, we're done with Air Slash. It's Extra Sensory and Moonblast. Okay. That's actually good, because then we could fight Skorupi. But yeah, Metroid Prime 4, there was a whole Nintendo Switch Direct that I talked about when I watched it live. The only thing that's really coming out in the immediate future is going to be Mario and Luigi Brothership. which I will probably play this summer in July when it comes out. And then the only other thing besides that is Luigi's Mansion comes out the same day as Dawn Trail. Now, obviously, I will be prioritizing Dawn Trail over an enhanced port of a decade-old 3DS game. However, if Dawn Trail does not work, I will be playing that in the interim. Maybe like every hour or so, I'll switch over, see if I could get into Dawn Trail. Now, I don't know, because Endwalker, I think we didn't really have too much disconnecting. I think we just had really long server queues. Shadowbringers, I think, was, like, reasonable. I think that was the best launch, because they had just the right amount of people for it not to be too long, and it also wasn't too short. So, like, you could get into the game and play, and the servers only crashed once. So, that was really good, because we could just play Shadowbringers as much as we wanted every day. So, we had a torrent to the Elden boss fight, which everyone was telling me to do, because how quick the Elden beast was to run whenever you get close. I'm assuming that's, like, a very late-game fight, because I have not played the game at all. But hey, that's good. That means that they listen. They listen to people. People are like, hey, why don't you add this? And, you know, since Torrent is like your mount throughout the game, it kind of makes sense, right? It's like, alright, at the end of the game, you get to take your mount into the final boss. Since he's supposed to be like your best friend or something. And you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the Kingdom Hearts thing. It's like, oh, here's my best friends Donald and Goofy. They'll never be in a final boss fight with me, by the way. And it just feels weird, because they're just never around when you actually need them for most of those boss fights. Most of the final bosses in Kingdom Hearts are like one-on-ones or two-on-ones, and they have nothing to do with the best friends you've been running around with the entire game. I don't work a single Monday for months on end, and next Monday is when I'll play Ghostbusters. They schedule me. Oh, I can move it. Don't worry about that. In fact, that's actually a leftover. I'll move it. You tell me your day off, I'll move it. The only thing that I will say is because I have Dawn Trail coming out, I'm gonna prioritize that. So maybe honestly I should delay it, because once I'm done with the Dawn Trail story, there's still gonna be post-game stuff to do. I could do leveling streams. Maybe I'll do a couple of those, right? So we'll have to see. But pretty much my entire week non-stop is going to be Dawn Trail until we at least beat the story. Once we beat the story, that's another topic entirely. Then we could start to, you know, intermingle, mix and match, things like that. You know, we don't have to sit there all day and play Dawn Trail once we finish the main campaign. But, you know, if Endwalker and Shadowbringers is anything to go by, it's going to be like almost 100 hours, or like, what is it, like 50 hours just for the base game? So, and by base game, I mean just the leveling experience. So, Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so I'll move it. I'll probably move it after Dawn Trail. I just had it tentatively set for those days, but then I had my week off, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to take a week off from streaming, but... Oh, and Opera GX crashes right on schedule. Very nice. I really think it's an add-on I have. I have to look through the add-ons I have. It's hilarious. The one time they schedule on a Monday, that's the stream he wants to see. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, we'll probably play that, and then we could lead back into Fallout. Because I know once we're done with Dawn Trail, we're going to have pretty much all the time in the world to do whatever we want. And I'm looking forward to that, actually. Probably get back to Fallout 4. Maybe have, like, a couple streams, dick around, do the DLCs. Not gonna hit up everything, but, you know, just play it, so I have played it. No, I'm not gonna play, like, the Super Ultra Edition on PS5. I'm not gonna do all that. I have it on PS4. I don't really want to move a whole bunch of, you know, data around and stuff like that. I also have to get a bunch of different games as well. I've been trying to expand my gaming collection a lot. So for the people who kind of, you know, I collect a lot of video games, right? Like, that's kind of my thing. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's like a library, but for video games. And so over the next year or so, I'm going to try to hammer out, like, PS2 games, DS games, stuff like that. Because at this point, I pretty much have most of the games for the other consoles I'd want to get. Now, obviously, I won't say no to a random game here or there, but you get my point. It's like, for the most part, I kind of have the things I want for the consoles I want them on. A couple of Switch games here or there I didn't pick up when they were new. But yeah. And then obviously towards the end of this year, I would like to do the Assassin's Creed trilogy again, the Ezio trilogy. I'm not going to replay Assassin's Creed 1. I feel like Assassin's Creed 1 is such a viable candidate for a remake that if I'm just a little bit patient, they're going to remake it. So. And then maybe at that point, I'll kind of work my way through like some of the earlier Assassin's Creeds. Probably not including, I'm not going to go beyond like Unity. I'm not replaying Unity and Syndicate. I didn't like those games enough when they were around, and I'm not going to play them again now. Alright, here we go. Can we aggro both of them? There we go. Look at that. That's big brain. Oh, it's not big brain. I didn't reload. Oh, this is going to be really funny. Why am I using those? Yeah, Assassin's Creed 1 is such a good game. It's such a unique game. And it's not, I wouldn't even say it's bad at the time that it came out. The problem is that Assassin's Creed 1 is very, very dated. That gameplay does not work. It didn't even really work back then, but there just wasn't anything else like it, really. So people just kind of put up with it. It's very outdated. And I like that Mirage kind of shows like what a remixed version of that could kind of be. Hello, Evan. But yeah, I was not feeling Assassin. Even when I played it in 2012, I was like, oh my god. Like after playing, what was it, 2 and Brotherhood? Finishing up 2, playing Brotherhood, it was like, what the fuck happened to this game? Yeah, it definitely did not age even remotely well. It's just a very unfortunate thing. It's a cool game. You could tell that it has a real identity. You know how the initial game in any series has like a really good identity? Why am I like slipping in my seat? My seat is not wet. I'm sitting in some weird way. You know, the first game in every series is always different than the sequels, obviously, as people know. And so for... You okay there, buddy? They completely... I don't want to say they abandoned it, but, you know, things change. Yeah, that's the problem, is that it's very basic, right? So if you've never played Assassin's Creed 1, without even spoiling it, here's the flow of the game. You get a mission. You need to assassinate this head dude of some area. There's 3 basic hubs in the game outside of your assassin fortress you go to. Each time, the game has 9 sequences, or maybe it has 10, like a finale or something. You get my point. And basically what they do is they tell you, you need to go here, Altair, and kill this person. And then you go to that area of the map, right? There's like a hub that links all the areas together. It's like Jerusalem, Acre, and I think one other place, I don't remember. You go there, there's 3 different districts in each of those areas. Obviously, that's the district where the guy is located. You talk to a bunch of people, you do a bunch of generic quests, and then you get to do a cool assassin mission to kill them. That's basically the flow of the game, right? The flow of the game is do a bunch of missions in this new district you just got to, and then you go kill the guy. He gives you some information. So it's very basic. Especially, you know, we're talking about a 2007 game, which at the time was peak design. It is a very basic game. However, it is also a very fun game, and you can see where they started to get a lot of the ideas. Oh, alright, so we're on the Moonblast only now. Very nice. You can see where they got a lot of the ideas for Assassin's Creed 2, for all the future games to build off of. And that's one of the things that I really like about that game. It's very well done. It is very, very repetitive. It is insanely repetitive. That's why I feel like it's a game you play once, and like the combat and everything else just prevents you from playing it again. And like you could like the game. I think it's a great game. It's just not something that I would play more than once. I feel like a remake of that game would be so good because they could go back, they could fill in blanks that didn't exist back then, right, for the story. They could add in all that stuff, and then they could also add in like a remake of Bloodlines, right? That's what I would pitch to Ubisoft. Instead of whatever they're doing with Yasuke and Assassin's Creed Shadows, why not remake Assassin's Creed 1? Maybe it becomes a little bit too much of a stealth game, whatever, fine, sure. But like at least that way you don't have to play an obvious 2007 game. It's awful. It's not awful. It's awful to replay the further we get from 2007. Mind you, back then we still had games like Skate 2, Guitar Hero. It was a completely different era of gaming. anyone with an idea could get their game onto a console. It was such a good era. It was truly the best era of gaming. 360 and PS3. Anyone with an idea. Look at all the stuff they used to announce. I was watching the Sony 2011 E3 with my friend this morning, or was it yesterday? And I was saying to him, like, dude, we don't get any of this today. Like, today, what was Sony's E3, or what was Sony's, like, summer stream just a couple weeks ago? Well, after Rebirth, we don't really have anything besides some VR, and we'll see you next year. At least Nintendo and even fucking Xbox had some games. Like, shit, Xbox, I didn't think they were gonna stop. That's the crazy part about the Xbox thing. I didn't even think the Xbox thing was ever gonna end. They kept announcing new shit. So Xbox, honestly, if there was still an E3, they probably would have won this year, just by virtue of Sony not doing anything. It's crazy. And Nintendo just does Nintendo. It's clear that Nintendo's gonna up their game. They're gonna bring out a new console next year, which, again, they keep telling people, don't get hyped for it. We're not ready to reveal it yet. And you know, when they reveal it, it's gonna be the talk of the town for a week, and that's fine. I'm not gonna shit on that, obviously. But yeah. There's old games that have very weird controls that hold up better than the gameplay in AC1. I would say even the tank-based Resident Evils and Silent Hills hold up better. It's just that the gameplay is very repetitive, and the counter system is very finicky. So if it, like, even in the Ezio games, they still have a little bit of that. Like, if an enemy approaches you at a weird angle, like, you'll counter an attack 10 times the same way, and then the enemy will approach you in a very awkward way that it's not supposed to, which is more common than you think. It's not like it's some kind of really rare event. And then it just won't counter and they get to hit you for free. Now, the Ezio games, you could argue, become too easy at the end, because you get insane armor, you get tons of health, you get tons of tools, you could just drop a smoke bomb and just kill an entire crew of people, right? You could argue the Ezio games get too easy, you have too many tools. But yeah, so. Oh, I did not like Assassin's Creed 3. That's another game I would replay. I just ran through the game. And then everyone religiously tells me that the game has really good side missions. But back then, I was like, why the fuck do I want to play this? I thought it was terrible. I was like, this game sucks. It's nothing like the Ezio games. Why did they remake the wheel this much? And that's what I mean. Assassin's Creed has ebbs and flows, right? So they'll have a high peak with Ezio, and then a low peak with Connor and Aveline. And then they'll have a high peak with Edward, and then they'll have an Edward and Shay, and then they'll have a low peak with Unity and Syndicate, right? And then they'll have a high peak with Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, and then they'll have a low peak again, I think, with Shadows. And Mirage was kind of good. Mirage is just very short, but it was intentionally made to be a short game. So, oh, very nice. We can evolve one. Sweet. Only took a couple levels, which is good. So I just feel like it's a series that has a lot of ups and a lot of downs. It's also the only series I've ever gotten recognized by someone who worked on the game for. So, listen, don't say I hate the series, because I clearly like it a lot. Maybe I like it a little too much. I think there's a lot of potential in it. I just think they need to stop doing bullshit. I think they need to start going back and making good stories, which they have. I agree. I think they have. And, they need to have gameplay to back it up. I mean, that's pretty much the best way I could put it. My favorite was using the poison dart to make one guy wig out and throw stuff around. Hello, Level Up Gamer. My favorite is the smoke bomb. I know it's very basic, but you just drop a smoke bomb, and especially in Brotherhood, you could just start doing the chain executions. I thought that was really fun. That was one of the most fun things about that game, for sure. Oh, we have to use one more agile style. All right. I'm going to go back. I'm going to set the time of day to night. And then I could reset. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things you can do, and that's why, like, 4, I remember playing 4. I would love to replay Assassin's Creed 4. I think Assassin's Creed 4 is genuinely a very well done game. But, like I said, one of my biggest critiques of it is that it doesn't really have that same story appeal. Because, again, without even discussing the story or spoiling it, it doesn't really have much to do with the main plot of Assassin's Creed. It's kind of just like almost a what-if spin-off. I don't want to say spin-off, but it's like a what-if scenario more about the pirates themselves than... Wait, where are the Ella kids? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, dude, do I not have an Ella kid? Did I not have any more? I think I might have released them, actually. Wait, for real? Oops. What number is Elekid in the dex? I'm never gonna memorize this dex, period. Use Spark. Okay, let's go catch 2 Elekids. There's no reason for me to keep running around and leveling them up, so let's actually leave. Which you cannot leave by just going backwards. It teleports you back to this dude. What do you want me to say at this point? The Brutus Dagger, disgusting damage, special animations. I don't remember that, actually. I just used the Hidden Blades, like, the whole game. And that was, like, one of the cool things about Assassin's Creed, is you could just use the Hidden Blades. And they're actually, like, really good because they're very fast. So you would get, like, a lot of priority on certain enemies, which I thought was really cool. I got all achievements in Assassin's Creed 2. That's the only Assassin's Creed next to Odyssey I have all the achievements in. Origins, I'm very close. Maybe I'll stream that again someday. And I haven't played Origins in years at this point. It's been a long time since I played Origins. Like, hypothetically, right? This is what I would do. Hypothetically, I would buy Origins for, like, Xbox One. And then I could just get all the achievements again in it. Oh, it was an in-game hidden weapon? Yeah, okay. I didn't do all that then. I did a playthrough. I didn't play the DLCs, though. So that's actually another reason why it would be good to replay some of this. Because I did not play some of the DLCs. Like, for example, in Assassin's Creed 2, they skip over 2 entire sequences, which I'm not sure what the canon reason is for it. Normally, you're not allowed to skip sequences in DNA. That's kind of the whole point, is that it's like a bunch of memories you have to put into order so that you could get to the end of the game. That was like kind of the appeal of Assassin's Creed 1. They quite literally explain, well, why don't we just fast forward to the memory sequence that we need to see to know what we need to do? And that's not how the Assassin's universe works. You can't just fast forward through someone's DNA. You have to actually play it through straightforward, right? Like you're playing a video, basically. Like, you can't just skip chapters. And I like that. You know, a lot of Assassin's Creed 1, and this is what I said about the movie, is setting up why you have to do it. It just makes more sense as a video game than a movie. Very unfortunately, it just makes more sense as a video game. Because you can have repetitive elements in a video game. It doesn't work in a movie setting. So they made a movie, and it was cool if you were a huge fan of Assassin's Creed. And if you weren't, it's like this weird science fiction thing where you kind of know about it, but you don't really know about it. So it just didn't work out. It reduces enemy morale by 20 points, so low-level enemies will flee after killing one guard. Now that's actually pretty strong because it means you don't have to deal with a bunch of random dudes. So your execution streak, once you get it started, will just start killing all the guards that don't flee. I just wish they would have patched Odyssey so you can execute high-level guards. That's like the biggest fault of that game is that you cannot execute high-level guards. Even at max level, even with incredible stat specking, some guards are just too high level for you to execute. And that is like the #1 problem I have with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Everything else about that game is amazing. You just cannot execute high-level guards, unfortunately. It's the worst element of that game, for sure. Alright, I was not ready if a shiny was going to show up. But that's fine. Alright, let's go catch these Elekids, and we'll get back. We'll go back. We'll get out of here. Did I finish Snover last time? Wait, did I? I have no idea. Did I finish? No, I did not. What do I need from Snover? We need to catch 10 large specimens. Oh, fuck me, dude. I have to make more of these. It's not even that they took the assassin out of Assassin's Creed. It's that even when you spec into being an assassin, you can't insta-kill the big guard. Now, Valhalla does one of the nice things that Valhalla does really well is that they say, okay, it'll be a quick time event, because they don't want you to just insta-kill every enemy in the game, right? It's like, well, where's the skill in that? You just walk up behind someone, shank them, and that's it. Okay, fair. I understand that. But like, I'm a max level guy. I finished the game. I'm just getting mastery points, and I don't think there's enough mastery points you can acquire in the game in order for you to do that. And I think that's like the #1 problem with the game. And Valhalla made it a QTE, which I thought was a pretty fair compromise. It's a very simple QTE. It's not complex. It's not complicated. It's not like really hard to pull off. You just walk behind him and then you just press the button with anywhere near a reasonable amount of timing, and then you win. You know what I mean? So like I think that's a pretty fair compromise. But yeah, that is the biggest complaint I have for Odyssey. Now, granted, Odyssey, there's no such thing as assassins in Odyssey, but I get the gameplay is kind of annoying in that regard. It's also a problem in Origins as well. It would be nice. I wish they had reverse patched it. Obviously, they're not going to patch it for no reason. Who knows what it'll potentially break. It just sucks that, unfortunately, that one good change was not added in most of that trilogy. That's like the one thing that would have made it really good, is if Origins was a full-on RPG, and if Odyssey had that patch as well, that change. So maybe modders will mod it, but I don't know. I don't know how easy it is. Yeah. Oh yeah, they got rid of those detection missions. Those have been gone forever. People, I mean, but to be fair, when they were in, people didn't like them. So you know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like, okay, it's a game about assassination, but then we have a mission about, you know, we have missions where you're supposed to be undetected, and then people didn't like them. So I don't know. Again, I'm not saying they did it perfectly. I'm just saying that when they did put them in the game, people did not like them, so they just didn't put them back. 3 is the worst of them. I don't really remember a lot about 3. I just remember running down the docks in one of the final sequences and getting really fucking angry. I remember the beginning and I remember the ending, and I don't remember any... There's no interim for me between those two events. I don't remember any of the mid-game. I just remember the ending of the game and then the beginning of the game, and that's it. And you have to remember, I played that game at this point 12 years ago. I played that game. That was like, I actually played it during Hurricane Sandy, which was like one of the worst hurricanes New York ever had. That's specifically why I remember it, because I remember like, oh, I don't have to go to school. Hurricane Sandy is fucking up New York. And so I was just playing Assassin's Creed, and I was like, damn, I can't even go to GameStop to get it because GameStop is closed. And so I was like, oh, okay, I'll just get it digitally. Because back then PSN was actually really ahead of its time and let you download full-on fucking games. But then I didn't like the game at all. Resident Evil 6 ended up being more fun for me, and I didn't really like that one much either. So yeah, and some missions you have to stay close. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, that I do remember. So they have missions where you need to be close enough to like eavesdrop on an enemy, but then you also have to stay undetected in order to get mission progress. And I'm like, this is such an interesting idea done in possibly the worst way imaginable. Because you have to stay completely undetected, and if they spot you, it's a game over. Okay, excellent. Just like this, see? Completely undetected. I'm too far away. I'm out of his aggro range. So it doesn't even matter if he breaks out. This is a little bit of an exploit in this game. It's not really major. You could just kind of do it whenever. Alright, we're good now. Let's look for Riolu. Why not? It's actually a Lucario. Okay. Alright, let's leave. I don't really care about this. Yeah, honestly, if they had, like, some more Hitman-style stuff, maybe it would be better. But I think Assassin's Creed is caught in this weird interim of they want to make the game accessible, right? They don't want it to be as niche as Hitman, and let's be fair, it's not, right? Because of what they did, it's not. But they also want it to be kind of true to its original design. And I understand the stress that they would have trying to figure that out, right? Because that's obviously not a very easy tightrope to walk, being accessible and then being true to this unique idea. And that's why pretty much every FPS plays the same now since Call of Duty 4. And at that point, this point, and future points, oh shit, we're gonna do Murkrows. It's actually fine because we need progress anyway. And if I get a shiny Murkrow, that would be beautiful. Like, literally beautiful. I love shiny Murkrow. It's a great shiny. Okay. Alright, we'll put you in. We'll get rid of or let's get rid of Rhyperior for a minute. Just for a minute, just so that way both can gain experience, because they need to level up. And then we'll go fight Murkrow. Like, I just really think that 2006 to 2000 let's say 2014 era gameplay development cycles was just so good. You could tell that they really loved the stuff that they were putting out. There was a lot more soul in video games then than there is now. Nowadays, they just pump out a game and, like, maybe they'll have a couple cool things to it. You know, it's not all bad. But it is kind of like, you know, it's not the same, is really what I'm trying to say. You know, it's not the same. They don't have the same, maybe, like, sometimes Nintendo will channel it a little bit. Sometimes some of the lesser developers will channel it. Speaking of which, the Alone in the Dark devs got shut down, and I really hate that. But, I mean, the game didn't sell. It's unfortunate. You know, THQ Nordic is usually, like, the savior of a lot of places like this, but I think it was more Embracer. Just shut them down. It sucks. Because I was really Dude, what the fuck? Am I, like, a psychic son of a bitch, or what is going on? I love it. Thank you. I have to run in here and catch it somehow. But, you know. Alright, this is going to be very interesting. Fuck off. I'll be catching you in this. Can we get 2? Can I get 2 out the same event, please? That would be so hype. That would be so dope. Oh my god. Yes! Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that, Ash. Hope you feel better. Like, shit, back in 2011, we were getting Bond games still. Think about that. When was the last time there was a James Bond video game? The only thing that they've talked about is that the Hitman devs said they would consider making one. I don't know if they are. I think they might still be, but I don't know what the status of it is. Since then, like, in 2011, we had Human Revolution, which I think is one of the best games of that decade. And it came out at the start of that decade. And mind you, I think I dicked around maybe a little bit in Deus Ex 1 back then. I forget exactly when I did, but Human Revolution is so good, man. It's a shame, like, Square Enix fumbled that bag real hard, man. Human Revolution and Deus Ex in general, this new trilogy, it sucks. I just want Elias Torfexis to voice this guy in one final, fully fleshed out, well done game. And I can't get it to manifest. We live in such a shit timeline, I'm never gonna get to see it come out. I'm gonna be dead. Fuck. It sucks. Because he wants to do it. That's his need. He loves that character. I just hate it. I hate that Square Enix does this shit, man. Like, why can't they just be fucking normal? Like just a normal game developer, a normal game publisher. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, how many more usages do we need? Let's see. I guess we're gonna finish Togekiss today. That's gonna be real easy to finish. Where is it? Togekiss. Where the fuck is it? There we go. 2 more usages, so we'll hunt down these last 2 Murkrow, and then that's it. We could swap out Togekiss. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Ash. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's do this. Man, I'm so happy we had Metroid Prime 4 news, man. And it's exactly what we would have wanted, like, when they first talked about it. They were like, oh, shit, yeah, maybe we'll bring back Psylux, and we'll make him a villain. Because and I like Psylux. Psylux was one of my favorite characters in Prime Hunters that wasn't Samus. I actually genuinely enjoyed playing as Psylux. What was that? What was that noise? I think a bunch of noises all played at the same time. Right? There's no shinies. Okay, no shinies. I'm I think you've answered this before, but do you think they expected anyone to finish the decks in this game? I think they expected people to perfect the decks, but I don't think they expected people to do every challenge in the decks. So if you look down there at research points, 99,999, that's actually a hard cap set by the game. In fact, I hit that maybe stream 90, stream 100-ish, right? A long time ago I hit that. So clearly they never expected someone to actually fill in every single chart. Now, apparently people have done it, right? That's cool. But I to my knowledge, I've never had anyone say that the game locks at 99,999. And in fairness, not all of those parts were me trying to do dex completion. Back in the day, a lot of it was me just dicking around and just shiny hunting. So nowadays, I don't really do as much shiny hunting. I actually do dex completion, which it's not so bad when you knuckle down and do it. I just think that once a week is about as much as I could tolerate and still be able to chat on a stream. Oh yeah, absolutely. No. We are going to be a Metroid channel for the longest. I think I'm going to replay 1, 2, 3, and 4 in anticipation, or 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, I'm going to play 4 before it comes out. I work at Nintendo. But yeah, is that Swedish? No. That's got to be something like... It's got to be something like Norwegian? Is it Norwegian? Yeah, how? Because I can recognize it, dude. Listen, I'm terrible at languages, but it just, you know, you recognize the flow. Oh wait, maybe Devin can actually translate it. Either Devin had that Google Translate on speed dial, or he actually speaks Norwegian. But I could tell you that was Norwegian. I could just look at it. Takes me back, man. Can I play Valhalla again? Can I mind wipe myself and force myself to replay Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the first time again? You know, like, you play a game, and in the back of your head, you're like, damn, bro, like, I just realized I'm never gonna get to play this game again for the first time. You know what I mean? You ever just shit. Dude, he's anti-airing me. Look at this. Oh, fuck away, man. That actually scared the shit out of me a little bit. Okay, where's it? Here it is. Nope, you didn't see anything. Alright, maybe you saw something. Whoops. Alright, let's try to level up these dudes. Bro, I have never seen more thirsty enemies in my life. Like, holy shit, dude. Wait, what? Oh, he's ready? I just caught you. What? For real? I literally just caught you. Alright, well, I have to use Spark anyway, so we're gonna do that as well. I'm the fastest man alive when it comes to Google Translate. Hey, he's got a fucking phone on his hip. He quick draws. He's like, what is this? Tell me your secrets. Like he's playing Metal Gear Solid. Nice, it blocked it. Sweet. Oh! Yeah, it counts for anything, including when you just do this. So any item, you want to pick up every single item possible. You want it to win fights. You want it to gain experience. Because I just caught this dude, so I don't know why he came with so much happiness. Like, I barely even did anything. That's really interesting. Maybe he leveled up a little bit or something. Actually, no, wait. Because I had them to the party at the same time. Huh. Why did he evolve so quickly? I actually don't know why. For real, I came up with an idea in a school project. You could erase memories so you could experience stuff again for the first time. Wasn't that the plot of some anime? I feel like that was the plot of an anime where, like, this guy, I don't remember the name of it, it's been a long time. This guy, like, goes back and becomes a high schooler again, but in actual, like, it only affects his appearance. Like, his innards are actually still, like, 30, so he still smokes because he's like, well, it doesn't matter what I do. Happy to have a use. Yeah, he's happy to be here. Dude, I watched a whole bunch of anime. I forget when I even watched it, to be honest with you. Okay. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I think I've heard something about that. I can't remember the name of that anime. I must have watched it over a decade ago. It had to have been like an anime that Surged or recommended me or something. I just can't for the life of me remember. It's been too long. After a certain point, it's just been too long in general, so. It takes longer to find a language that I think YouTube can do. Like, there's this one my PC shows as boxes. Alright, no, we're not there. That's fine, because we need to fight water types anyway. So let's actually leave, because there's no reason to stick around here anymore anyway. Let's go back to Cobalt. We'll just go surf around, I guess. Or maybe, no, because he's not really high level. So what could I do with Elekid? We could just go fight Wurmples, I guess. Like, it's not great. We could also go fight Magikarps, but that's also not great either, but whatever. At this point, what is? But yeah, I'm trying to get back into more shonen. There's a lot of things I'm trying to do all at once. And it's going about as well as you'd expect. Alright, let me update the list. So what day is it today? Today is 6/20. Oh no, oh my god, I'm on the wrong account again. Dude, I gotta make this account a co-editor. I say this every week and I never do it. Yeah, I haven't played this in almost a month. I think it's actually like 3 weeks almost exactly. So we'll finish up. Elekid ideally will be today. What was it again? Togekiss? Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, we have to use Spark 25 times. Okay. But yeah, it's very obvious they never intended someone to actually do the decks fully. And to be fair, I probably never will. I'll probably stop once we get to, like I said, once we get to the evolutions, maybe I'll do the evolutions. To me, that's like overkill a little bit, but I'm definitely not doing the legendaries. And if I do, I don't know if I'll stream it, and if I... You know what, let's just level this thing up. How do I sort? There you go. There you go. Well, don't worry, we're not done yet. There you go, buddy. I believe in you so much, I'm gonna give you drugs. I won't use air because they all look the same without comparison. I mean, yeah, that would be kind of an easy one. Okay, there you go. Yes, you have to do this one at a time. For anyone who's wondering, doesn't play this game, hasn't been on a stream of mine long enough, yes, you must do them all one at a time. I know, right? It's great. Why did I upgrade the special attack? That was kind of stupid, but whatever. Anyway, do I want to... I don't know how much I want to upgrade this thing. Okay, let's make sure it has Spark first. This is going to go horribly. Yeah, honestly, I kind of just want to fight Remoraid, because Remoraid's easy. Remoraid and Mantine and Mantike. Probably better than Staravia and anything else. But I mean, on the bright side, we're really chugging through the Pokedex. Like I said, 2 Pokemon a day, sometimes even 3. That's pretty dope. That's good progress. I know it doesn't feel like it to those of you who have been here on maybe even 100 of these streams. But, like, that is actually really good progress that we're making. On a dex of 200 and some, well, it's more like 224, right, once you take out the legendaries. But that's, like, pretty good, actually. Again, the worst thing that could happen to you is that you don't have anyone to trade with to do Cranidos and Rampardos and Shieldon and Bastiodon. That would be the worst thing that could occur to you, because those Pokemon in particular would take you the longest. Theoretically, they would take you the longest. Now, maybe you would be the luckiest person on the planet and get them to insta-spawn all the ones you need, but that's very statistically unlikely. You're way more likely to be stuck on those two for quite some time, sadly. And that is why eventually I will enlist Ash. Not today, though, because she's not feeling well and I didn't plan for it. Definitely by the end of the summer, we should be done or near done. So I think that'll be pretty exciting, because then I could finally axe this game and never play it again. And that day is coming. We're going to leave the 11 story Pokemon for last. And we're just going to hit up all the other Pokemon. So, what is it? Oh, fuck. Spiritomb is technically one of those Pokemon. I consider that to be what I call a battle Pokemon. I'm going to leave that for last as well. I think that's just going to take a lot of time, so I'm going to leave that for a day where we're just going to shiny hunt. We're going to do every other Pokemon first. I don't even think there's any other types of, like, you need to catch a Pokemon besides Snover, where we need to catch 7 Snover, or, I'm sorry, another 3 Snover that are big. I think after that, everything else is just battle with each of these Pokemon until you accomplish your goal. Why are they recommending me stuff from Reddit Rochester? I've never been to Rochester. Reddit really just be messaging me different subreddits. I don't even live in Rochester. I've never been there. That's on the other side of the state. And New York is a very big state. Stupidly big state, actually. I know it doesn't seem like it, because whenever someone mentions New York, all people think about is the city, but, you know, it is a very big place. It reminds me one time when I went up to New Paltz. That was a long time ago. It just keeps going, man. Dude, people who live in the Midwest and in urban environments, man, as much as I can respect the nature and the completely different style of living, man, it seemed like I was gonna travel forever. I thought it was a really boring car ride. I was like, damn, bro, are we ever gonna get there? And you know, usually I'm whatever. Usually I'm chill, I could sleep on a ride or whatever. But I was thinking to myself, like, damn, bro, I feel like we passed this area like 10 times. It's like when you play a game with a scrolling background, you're just kind of like, bro, wait a minute, haven't I seen this before? God damn it. Oh man, that's funny. Wasn't there another one over here? There we go. Don't worry, I'll be the only person left. Actually, I'm not. Actually, like, a couple hundred people are playing this on Twitch right now. So actually, some days, you know, usually there's no one really streaming this game. Probably like one big streamer on Twitch is playing this. But it's actually kind of cool to see, like, people are playing this now after ZA got announced. Like, honestly, that's pretty dope. I gotta respect that. I personally think that that's kind of cool. It's like this game has been given a new lease on streaming life, for lack of a better way of putting it. Honestly, I want to play Wind Waker soon. I think that would be like a good game to replay, because I haven't replayed the GameCube version of Wind Waker in quite some time. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that soon as well. And what can I say? I like that. I like Wind Waker. It's not my most favorite. But I would like to replay that. So, like, that version is obviously inferior, but it does have the tingle tuner, which technically you could play if you play it on Wii or GameCube. I don't know why that got cut. That was like the perfect thing to take advantage of the gamepad. Maybe I'll play that. I also have to buy a an 8-way HDMI switch, so I'm probably going to do that soon as well. Because if I have an 8-way HDMI switch, I pretty much... Technically, I need more than that, but I pretty much will have everything I need already hooked up by default, which will be good. But maybe I won't buy that till the fall, because money is going to be a little tight, so I don't know. Maybe I won't do that right away. I gotta be smart about it. Fortunately, there's like no games coming out besides Black Myth Wukong and Brothership, and I don't even know if I'm going to get Black Myth right off the bat. I just have to get more Wii games that I never bought. Word in Arabic, in Bangla, and in Pashto. Listen, I'm not a linguist. I speak one language. That's it. And I understand very broken bits of Spanish. That's all I've got going for me, Viv. Don't take away my one language. And then someday this guessing game is gonna end. Yeah, sadly, I never had a mind for learning multiple languages. But to be fair, I also never took it too seriously either. Like, I was always I liked science more in school. I liked chemistry and things like that. I was really good at chemistry. Chemistry, and then a little bit of tech stuff. And then math was kind of hit or miss. Some subjects in math I'm really good at, and other subjects I'm really terrible at. So, like, for example, I'm really good with algebra. I'm really good with geometry. I'm really good with a little bit of pre-calc. I'm really good with Calc 1. I'm really or certain topics in Calc 1. Let's say that. And then there's certain other topics in Calc 1 and Calc 2, especially in general, I am not good at. And now Calc 2 is simple enough. It's kind of like you learn derivatives in Calc 1, and Calc 2 integrals are kind of the reverse. But there's so many rules that make it just not fun, bro. There's too many rules that just make it unfun, unfortunately. I don't know. I kind of like school a bit more when school was like more fun, like, and more for fun. I don't know. But I remember having algebra drilled into me like crazy. 7th and 8th grade. We damn near almost got into geometry. That was crazy. That was a long time ago. This is actually a great place to find water types. I have to remember to come here. This is really good because Remoraid's just a pure water type, so we could hit it with whatever. This is actually a really good spot. This is probably one of the few places in the game you could find a bunch of just pure water types for electric or grass types. And there's no water ground, you know, there's no, like, immunities here or there. Like, this is actually really good. Alright, one more. Didn't I see one over here? Yeah. And there's also one over here somewhere. You could hear it just a second ago. I have no idea where it is. I know how to say it. I'm fluent in Russian. I'm fluent in it. I just don't. So he says, oh, I'm fluent in Russian. And this guy starts talking to him like crazy. And then the guy, he's like, oh, I just know how to say I'm fluent. I'm not actually fluent in Russian. Yeah, I had a friend who was fluent in Russian. She was really good at it. I wanted her to teach me some words, and she wouldn't. Well, she taught me a few. Basic stuff, though. Alright. I think we're good on Elekid, right? We have to use Bronzong. Alright, yeah, we're good. That's it. Let's evolve it. Call it a day. Whoops. Look at that. This stream is already a W. We've already caught our shiny, and we've gotten 2 Pokemon completed in the depths. This stream is just a straight W so far. No L's, only W's. Yeah. Alright. 2 Pokemon. We're at 78.1%. Today is 6/18/24. Very nice. Alright, what Pokemon are we going to work on next? See, Gliscor is another one of those Pokemon that has the 70 Agile and the 70 Strong style. So, our options... Hold on, let me fill in Elekid first real quick. Elekid, and did I fill in Togekiss? No, here we go. So our options are starting to kind of whittle down a little bit. There's Rhyperior, Magmortar, Mantine, Basculin, Electrode... No, Electrode's one of the rare Pokemon. Probopass is another one. Where the fuck is it? Sneasler's another one of those Pokemon, the story Pokemon. These are the trade Pokemon. Mamoswine is just another one. Like, Mamoswine is another one, I guess, that I could throw up. This is another battle Pokemon, as I like to call it, one of those Gen 4 special evolutions. Bergmite and Avalugg. I guess we could do Bergmite, but we need to see it leap out of ore deposits, which is going to be annoying. I guess technically we could just use Ice Shard and just run around and fight, like, Mothim and stuff. I guess technically that's... Oh, I should have caught that Alpha Bergmite then. That was kind of a mistake. Okay, so we could do Bergmite. Probopass is another one. This is another Gen 4 evolution. So, like I said, our options are starting to become very limited, actually. Let's do... Basculin's going to be annoying. Oh, no, we've already done it. Yeah, we just have to use Basculin. Okay. And Mantine. Let's use Mantine. Air Slash and Double Edge. Let's use... We'll do... Okay, so here's what we'll do. We're going to do Mantine. We're going to do Purugly, Bronzong, and Bergmite. So I have to remember those 4 Pokemon, and I'm going to forget them as soon as I step out of here. Alright. Because we're done with Togekiss. So what did I say again? I said... Well, there's a Mantine over here I could catch if I don't have one. So when I say Mantine, do I have a Bergmite that I could use? They're all shiny. Alright, we'll go catch a Bergmite. What the fuck did I even just say? Do we have a Basculin? There you go. How good are you? Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. I did play that game last year, didn't I? The SpongeBob movie game? Damn, dude. Now I'm nostalgic. Oh my god. That was such a good playthrough. Just randomly just playing all this old shit. Alright, we're gonna go catch a Bergmite and a Mantine real fast. And then that's like some of the last basic Pokemon. Oh, I guess Bronzor. I'm sorry, Bronzong. We could catch an Alpha Bronzong really easily, so maybe I'll catch one of those as well. $57 and 50. Here we go. Let's go catch that Mantine. Dude, there's only 5 Pokemon left that are not either the story Pokemon or Gen 4 evolutions, which have ridiculous... And then obviously the fossils, which I call the trade Pokemon. That's another category of Pokemon. I'm not going to fuck with that just yet. Dude, we're running out of Pokemon really fast. Like, actually. Is this the big guy? No. I think the big one's over here, right? Yes, here we go. Don't worry, this Mantine doesn't have AI. The worst thing that happens is you don't hit it with a Pokeball. Seriously. Like, I wish I was... Bro, could you... I wish I was kidding. The worst thing that happens is you can't really hit it with a Gigaton. Yeah, no worries, Devin. You have a good one. Take it easy. Oh my god, dude. Stop. Seriously. Did it just leave? Can it even do that? I've never fucked with this man. Okay, it just respawns. I've never messed with this Mantine, so I didn't even know it could do that. See, like, it has, like, that basic AI in it, but what the AI tells it to do is just to fly and do this weird route over and over again. Dude, what the fuck, man? And he hits me. So games you hype me for, games you hype for me. Space Marine 2 made me mad. Well, all the data on, say on PS5 found out today will be on Xbox as well. So they're gonna re-release it on both. Okay, I mean that's good news, right? That's why usually I just end up buying both consoles regardless. It doesn't really matter that much to me at the end of the day anymore. Like, Microsoft really did have it all in the palm of their fucking hands, and they just threw it away. For what? Fucking cheesy Connect? Okay, it left. I'm really confused by this. I don't understand how this works. And to be fair, I've never really messed with it enough to want to figure it out anyway. So let's just change the time of day. We'll just go back out and try to catch it if it hasn't already left. And if it has already left, I'll just wait and I'll catch it later. This is very annoying trying to do anything in the water, because the water is not really a fully developed part of this game. But at this point, I just have to accept it. I just give up. I just can't. I can't complain about it forever. Eventually, you just have to accept that that's how the game is. Unfortunately. I think it despawned. Yeah, he's not here anymore. I think the game screwed me. I think I'm gonna have to leave the area to force him to respawn. Alright, well let's go catch. What was the other Pokemon I was gonna catch? Was it Basculin? No, I already have one. Whatever, let's leave, and hopefully I get luckier on the Pokeball throws next time. No new games, all ads for the last 2 years have been PS5 games, now like a shadow drop on Xbox. So they've just only added ads for it, okay. Add-ons, and then they didn't do anything else. I mean, Warhammer's always been kind of niche. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Warhammer stuff. I just wish people the best of luck who have to deal with them. Because honestly, like with most things, I mean, like, this is why I didn't even bother to rant about the fucking Acolyte. I ranted about it to some of my friends. I was like, yeah, you expect them to make anything good? Now they just put in lore-destroying bullshit. And what really got me is that this guy, Star Wars Theory, was talking about it. And he's like, I caught Wikipedia, like, admins in the act of changing lore that's been known for 20 years to fucking cover for the Acolyte. And I'm just like, at some point, like, I'm not saying don't do it, obviously, because I think it is worth pointing out. But after a certain point, even I'm just like, yeah, I mean, that's what they're going to do. You have a team of people who don't care. And it seems like the Warhammer people are in the same vein. with whatever the stupid shit was that happened like a few weeks ago. Like, honestly, I just feel more bad for them than anything. Like, damn, bro, just put out a fucking game, or don't. Like, it shouldn't be this hard. We have to use air slash and double edge. Where's Per Ugly again? It's actually towards the back. Double edge and play rough. I think we just go fight low-level enemies and we do this. Where's the other alpha, if we already caught it? Oh, no, now the music. Oh, okay. Oh, it's the Togetic? I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope. Okay, well, you know... Whatever, man. Forget it. Let's get out of here. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna go for the satchels. Alright, let me think. Because for Per Ugly, we need to fight... I guess we could just do fighting types and dark types. Right? Like, we could just stay here and just change the time of day to night, and then we could just fight Murkrow and Machops. Like seriously, that's probably the best usage of my time. I don't think anywhere else we're gonna find as much of a plethora of Pokemon that are weak to play rough. And then Double Edge is obviously good. It'll hit both of them, right? There's no ghost types on this part of the map. So I think that's honestly just what we do. Is we just use those two moves over and over. That's it. Keep it simple. How's it going today? I got a second monitor for my computer so I can keep an eye on chat while I stream on Twitch. Very nice. Things are going well. Since that was the first thing you asked me. Things are going alright. Nothing too hectic. Nothing crazy to report. Just another day in paradise, as I always say. I had a pretty chill day. Nothing too major. I was just talking about the streaming schedule I was going to have for the next couple of months. I'm so excited for Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Yeah, me too. It's unfortunate it releases the very same day as 14 Dawn Trail, so I'll play it at some point. It just happens to be a very, very cursed week for it to come out for me. I hate whoever designed this system so much. So fucking much. They're killing me with this. Let's do Mantine. What was it? Air Slash? I think it was Air Slash and Double Edge. Ugh. What a waste. What a waste that's gonna be. Honestly, maybe I don't do defense unless it's a Pokemon I really care about. Maybe we just do everything else like that. You do HP, its primary attack stat, and speed. And that way you have the best opportunity to move first, hit really hard, and then deal enough damage. Like, defense and special defense are good, obviously, if you could get them to a high level. But I don't know, like, is it really worth it? I mean, maybe. Maybe Mantine will be, like, a really good Pokemon just to have around. I don't fucking know, whatever. They hear you and they will keep it the same in the next game and get rid of all I like. What do I like in this game? Like that's the thing. That's what they're doing now with Pokemon. They've removed so much that I liked. What is left? Like, what do I really like about this game? That it's pseudo-open world? The shiny hunting is good? Yeah, I don't expect them to bring back the shiny hunting. Was it agile or strong style? I think it was agile. Yeah, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's not a big deal. Like, that's the problem, Viff. You can only say that if there was good in the things I fucking like. The minute you remove the things I like and there's no more good, I mean, then there's nothing for me to lose. I might as well complain about it. It's like when I play a game I think is really good and it never gets a sequel, or the studio gets shut down, like with the Alone in the Dark dudes. It's like, well, damn. What do you want me to say then? I actually really enjoyed that game. Like, yeah, it was a little bit overpriced, but it was still a pretty funny, cheesy sort of like horror game. I thought they did a good job of what they had as a smaller studio, but clearly that wasn't the prevailing theory. I think a lot of people just really hated it, and it sucks because they're working with an IP that definitely works, right? Like it's gotten a movie, it's gotten multiple reboots and everything, and I felt like this was finally the really good reboot. You know, where are they going to go from here? And the answer is nowhere, because they're going to get shut down by Embracer Group. I think that they had all the tools they needed to. They could have really started to really cook if they were to give it another chance in another game. So all the games I like don't get continued, and all the games I don't like get endless sequels. Then I'm just going to bitch, then, because like, what's the point? Can't get a third Deus Ex game. Can't get Beyond Good and Evil 2. Can't get a good Pokemon game. Only thing good that's coming is Metroid. Nice. Nice miss. That doesn't miss. It's impossible for that to miss. You have to be digging or something. The bitching is making my headache worse. I'm sorry, Ash. Then honestly, I would... Can we talk about interesting things like paranormal stuff? I don't know. What do you want to talk about with paranormal stuff? Don't worry, this is not going to be a very long-running stream, because I'm going to go back and do other stuff after this. But, you know, while we're here, we could try to maybe finish Per Ugly. If we really hustle, we could just get to the double-edged portion of the stream. Yeah. They can ruin Metroid 2. Well, Metroid's already been ruined. Alert for bedtime for me to go shower. Yeah, no worries. I got more shampoo. Dude, get the good-smelling stuff. It misses? Dude, come on. Dude, now, okay. Now I'm gonna get fucked up. No, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. No. Because I know exactly what's coming. Piece of shit fucking game is making me miss at the least... What? Why is it acting like it forgot I existed? Okay, sure. It's cheap stuff. That's fair. I don't go super hardcore for a lot of things either, so I understand that. Like, I know a lot of dudes put a lot of effort into their shaving kits and stuff. I just use a basic thing. It's always worked. And for the most part, cheap ass. Yeah, you're talking to the king of cheap asses. 9 Soviet hikers died in the northern Ural Mountains under uncertain circumstances. I don't think there's anything specific there. For all you know, maybe they had, like, unsafe to drink water. You know, there's something, I don't know. I don't think that's paranormal. Something caused them to cut their way out of the tent and flee the campsite while inadequately dressed. Who knows? 6 of them had died from hypothermia, while the other 3 had been killed by physical trauma. Or Putin was mad at them. Sadly, this is a while before that. Although he has been around a long time. This doesn't even sound that supernatural. Honestly, the most terrifying thing I could think of would be going into like a haunted mansion or something, and there's just squatters in it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would scare the shit out of me more than anything, is you turn a corner, like, because you're already on edge, and you're like, oh my god, what if something terrible happens, you know? Like, what if some horrible thing comes up, like the fucking Grudge Girl comes out of the floorboards. You know, you walk into a room and the door creaks, and it's just a dude sitting there like, dude, what the fuck? I live here. Dude, what the hell are you doing skulking around? I live here. Get out. An avalanche led to their deaths. Survivors of the avalanche have been forced to suddenly leave their camp in low visibility with inadequate clothing and died of hypothermia. I mean, that does kind of make sense a little bit. Now, I don't know, maybe you don't trust the official story, but I don't know, it seems to be kind of... seems to kind of make sense. And that wouldn't be very paranormal. See, that's why I don't believe in the paranormal. I just don't think that we live in a world that's too boring and devoid of fun for there to be things like paranormal and magic and shit. It's just gonna be weird shit happens. I'm sorry. Like, I genuinely just think that weird shit just happens, and there's a perfectly rational explanation for it. And I know that that's what everyone says before the crazy shit starts happening. But, like, you know, when does anything really magical or fun ever happen? Nothing. Well, people are always going to say aliens and yetis and mole men. That doesn't mean anything anymore. That just means people just say weird shit. Yeah, take your time, light-minded. No worries. It was the aliens came down, guys. I think we're just a bunch of dudes on a rock, bro. We're not that sophisticated. We're a bunch of monkeys running around. We figured out how to make big buildings to live in and clothes to cover our asses, and that's about it. I don't think it's anything more specific than that. There's nothing's that fancy in reality. Unfortunately. For better or for worse, I don't think reality is that fun that you're gonna, you know, there's tons of crazy explanations for things. Hell, a lot of times it's just people getting high. And at that point, like, what do you want me to say? Like, dude, people get high and they... Have you ever seen someone, like, actually high and fucked up on drugs? Like, you would think that they're actually cursed. There was a Reddit video on some Reddit I was watching with Gundam Otaku a while ago. This guy was over here, he took a huff of something, and he was clocked out in like 30 seconds. He went from being cognizant, talking, and he clocked out. He was like trying to jump out the window and stuff. He was trying to like, he was just all over the place. And they're telling him, yeah, chill out, chill out. I'm like, bro, why the fuck you give him this stuff? What is it? You know, this dude's over here like just flipping out. But that's why I don't chase highs like that. I don't even want to drink anymore after that last fucking experience. Yeah. Terrible. Alright, we'll heal that. That's the last thing I need to do is I need to buy a bunch of... Oh, wait, I did. Huh. Holy shit, I'm a step ahead of myself. Never give to others what can be explained. Yeah, never attribute to malice what could be explained by stupidity, right? So... I don't know. I don't know if it's necessarily stupidity. I just think that people like to look for very fanciful answers to things, when the grim reality of life is that nothing is really fanciful or flavorful or exciting. It's just boring stuff happening to boring people 99% of the time. But nobody likes that answer, which is why they don't like to purport it. That answer is not very... It's not something you could put in a book, and then this boring thing happened. Oh boy. I think it extends to the good things in life as well as the bad things, or rather the things you would want to be boring. You wouldn't want there to be weird aliens coming down or monsters or stuff. You know, I'm not even trying to be one of those dudes that's like the real monsters are the humans inside us or whatever. Like, I just think that you would want it to be boring. And I like fantasy as much as the next dude. But I'll be the first person to tell you that fantasy is not very fun. It would, most cases, it would just be dark fantasy, and then you really wouldn't have fun. Ah, shit. And it didn't give me an extra turn either. That's gonna hurt. The real monster is the wolf you decide to feed and sob. Ash was a writer on The Walking Dead, apparently. Heal. That's not it. Alright, what else is even over here? There you go, we got another Machop. Never seen The Walking Dead. Well, the joke is that the Walking Dead became, oh, the real monsters aren't the zombies outside shambling. It's the real monsters are the humans that exist in this world. So that was the joke. There was a little bit of a little tongue-in-cheek humor. The real monsters are the humans that take advantage of the thing. This guy finds a GPS tracker. It's probably like he's being tracked. It was not. He bought an old fleet car. I think I saw that, right? And he pulls out the thing and he's like, what the fuck? Well, oh, I did the wrong move. Shit, I totally forgot. And it was a critical hit. Wow. Now I have to heal after this. Well, we're about to be done with Play Rough, so we're gonna finish Per Ugly, and that's gonna be it. We're not gonna overstay our welcome on this. I'm just gonna refill. I only need 3 more, so if I don't miss, I don't have to refill it, but it doesn't really matter because you can just buy whatever you want in this game. I cannot believe you could just buy fucking smoke bombs. The whole time I played this game, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to craft smoke bombs. No. Crafting in this game, sadly, is undone by the halfway point. Because once you could farm the sisters, you basically could just get infinite amounts of whatever you need. And it pretty much snowballs into itself, which I think is the most funny part about it. Come on. The wolf thing is old native fable 2 wolves and your kindness. The one that wins is the one you feed. Oh, I mean, yeah. Didn't they make it into like some internet furry thing where it's like there's 2 wolves inside you? Is that like, isn't that like kind of an internet meme or something now? Or it was. It's probably more popular back in the day. What? Oh my god, dude, what a fucking camping bitch. Are you serious? That scared the shit out of me. I'm like, is she invisible? Yeah, I actually did let my guard down for once. Wow. I actually was stunned to be stopped by her. Wow. I was not expecting that. Oops, got the wrong Pokemon. Oh no, whatever will I do? It's actually almost a fair fight. Oh no, that didn't do a lot of damage. Oh no, that does a lot of damage. Alright, anyway. What do I have done here? Slime, Dusknoir, Bergmite. Yeah, we're gonna try to finish Per Ugly today, and then we're gonna do Mantine as well. I don't think I've ever heard the theme play this long. Yeah, like literally speak of the fucking sisters. And then she shows up. a shame they're never continuing this plotline. Okay. Oh, no, I have to start agile styling that. Yeah. Probably take less damage from it, too. Okay. Let's heal. Okay. You know what? We don't have to refill. I'm not going to at the moment. Let's work our way back. Seems like they always force spawn at least one Pokemon, unless I just absolutely missed a couple Pokemon. Seems like they don't want to let the world get completely depopulated. As me in most games, a camping asshole. I used to camp a lot in games. I thought it was fun. I thought it was fun and funny, and you got to use different weapons, and then people would get mad at you. That was a long... Again, I always say this, and this is how most of my stories end. That was a long time ago, because it was a long time ago. It was 2010, a long time ago. 2011, a long time ago. Back when my friends could not fucking stop playing Modern Warfare 2. That was the only game we ever got to fucking play, was Modern Warfare 2. And they didn't buy the goddamn map packs. So we played the same 9 maps, because Rust wasn't in the 6v6 list. Over and over and over again. I mean, obviously that was the golden era, but it was still very annoying. I won't lie to you, I did not like playing the same maps a billion times. It got very boring. But I would just do it because, you know, you just got to dick around, you use weird fucking guns. We played till like 2 or 3 in the morning and then we'd stop. Like that was kind of my teenage years for a long time. And occasionally we got to play some other game modes. Like I mostly played Modern Warfare 2 with one half of my friend group and then Black Ops 1 with the other. And it was fun. I you know, I have no complaints on that. I had a lot of fun with it. All right, we have to use 2 agile styles. I do miss it somewhat, though, because back in the day, you just, I don't know, man. Like I was saying with Devin, like, things were just a little bit better back then, because, like, you know, people just put out games. They just put out weird shit. They had an online mode. And let's be fair, back then, they were doing some crazy stuff, man. They had theater mode in Black Ops 1, which was brand new, and I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. And then they, like, stopped including theater mode in a lot of those COD games, which sucks. Now, they are bringing it back for Black Ops 6. I was very impressed by those Black Ops 6 things, but yeah. Got my ass banned from 3 COD 2 servers on a camper with a shotgun. Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you leave it up to players. I got banned off some servers just because I killed the admin, right? Like, I wasn't even using weapons that he banned. Like, you would log into Battlefield servers, and these dudes would be like, no shotguns, no snipers, no gunner SOFLAM, and stuff. And I'm like, and that's why ultimately, if Battlefield 4 didn't die the way it did for me, like, I would have probably just bought my own server. Like, in the modern day, I would have bought my own server for Battlefield 4. And I would just have Locker Metro, and I'd just be like, dude, if it's in the fucking game, use it. I don't care. And that would be my only rule on the server, is if it's in the game, use it. I don't care. Because if it's in the game, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm not gonna ban you for pulling out a fucking gun that's in the fucking game. That's stupid. Unless we're not running mods or anything, right? It's not like we're playing Michael Myers or some shit. Like, I'm just gonna be like, alright, let's just do this, and just whatever. But, you know, I guess technically they save me money, because now I will never have to do it, because I don't play Battlefield anymore like that. And then the same dudes that'll run around or the same dudes that'll be like, wow, shotguns suck, will be the same dudes running around with insta-kill sniper rifles with no flinch. And it's just as stupid, but they like to do it because they, oh my god, I cannot believe we lasted long enough to do this. I guess we will do it. Same shit. It's the same shit. I hate it. I hate both. Both of those things are stupid. I used to like doing all kinds of shit on COD, and then they ruined it. I used to like running around with explosives, but then they wanted COD to become a super sweaty game. Instead of buffing Blast Shield, they were just like, alright, well, we'll just get rid of explosive builds. But, you know, whatever. I mean, like, that to me is just where the fun stopped existing for Call of Duty for me. And that's what I liked about Battlefield. You want to run some stupid-ass build on Battlefield, no one is going to stop you. In fact, a lot of times, if you ask people to do weird shit, you'll, they'll let you get away with it. That's why when we did the Galmid run, I was having a fuck ton of fun. I'll never forget that day. I'm glad that was one of those weird things I did with my friends that was recorded. Driving around Galmid with the fucking bomb in the thing. That was really good. Oh, that was a long time ago. That's a 2014 video. Actually, it might be a 2013 video. Maybe. Probably a 2014 video. I think seals will flee, right? Or this is feel. Sorry, it's feel. Why am I doing agile style? What? Oops. Okay. Doing it out of instinct. I don't even need to do it. Alright, perfect. Oh god, the wall rain's here. Excellent. Yeah, I guess I will have to do the different evolutions. I just have to find very specific spots to use, like Jolteon and Espeon. And, like, there's other spots I could use, like Vaporeon and stuff. It's just a little annoying. I have to figure that out. I guess I might as well do the evolutions, even though they're really uncommon to find. You can only find evolutions inside of the different space-time distortions. So maybe I will do that. That'll be, like, the actual last thing I do. Will be evolutions, because otherwise that's going to take too long. So we'll actually mostly work around that. The best part, my suck net severs had like 6 you only get 2 or bolt action, so Ammon said no shotgun for you. I went full hunter and went for him. That got me a lifetime ban. Yeah, the admin was like, no, you can't kill me with this. You get kicked from servers all the time. You're playing Battlefield, you're having a fun time, all of a sudden it takes you back to the menu in that split second. You're like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, you've been banned from a server. One time I was using the XM25, and this dude didn't even ban it in his stupid fucking server requirements, and he banned me from the server. I was like, what? Huh? You didn't even list it. You're such a dumbass. You get mad at people for using a weapon that you didn't even specify not to use in your fucking server description, numbnuts. I was annoyed, but I was like, whatever, there's a billion other servers I could play on. It's not a huge deal. But I was like, dudes will legit just ban you because they died to something and they feel like they shouldn't have died to it. And like, what is EA supposed to do? There's nothing they could do about it. It's just, that's just how people are. This dude just felt like he should not have died to an XM25, so he banned the dude that killed him. It doesn't get any simpler than that. He just felt like he should not have died to it. What the fuck? That is terrifying. Dude, Red-Eyed Starly is stupidly terrifying. Alright, let's just wait. We weren't that far away when it spawned, so it probably won't take more than another minute or so. They just didn't like that Gunner Soflam enables that, what was it, the tow missiles or something? That was such a good combo. I didn't really ever get to use it because you have to be kind of be working together in conjunction with the person driving the tank. I don't know, man. I miss Battlefield 4 sometimes. It was just a really fun game to play. And it was just really, it was fun that, like, all your stuff carries over. And after that, I just never really got into any of the other Battlefield games. So that and Hardline were the only two Battlefield games and I guess 3, and a little bit of Bad Company too. Those were the only 4 Battlefield games I really played. And Battlefield Hardline, I lost my fucking save data. My fucking career. So, I'm definitely never playing that again. That's why multiplayer games just don't grip me as much. I feel like they're all trying to be like sweaty esports games. And I think the most fun you can have on multiplayer is actually just dicking around, doing stupid shit. And that's what Battlefield used to be like. Now I just think it's all esports. Because everything has to be esports, guys. And that's why I've just gone back to playing single-player games for the most part. Which is okay, because when I was a kid, I didn't really play a lot of multiplayer games, obviously, because there wasn't really multiplayer on the GameCube. But, you know, no harm. Just go back to the way things were. What? And how do I never have space in this thing? Get rid of... Just use the super potion. Who gives a shit? Honestly. What is it? Oh god, it's a star piece now? Okay. I think I just use this. It's just, all this is one medium candy. It's not a, oh no. Can I craft anything? Sure, here you go. You play a lot of these older games, but if I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. I played a little bit of COD Classic. I don't know. It just wasn't my speed. Alright, that's it, by the way. There's nothing else here. Oh, shit. Could you imagine if that was a shiny Eevee? That would have been so dope. I bought the Arceus collection, $12. Good deal. I broke the second game and never bought the DLC. I actually never played the DLC. We were talking about that earlier. Maybe you weren't here yet. I've never played the DLC for Assassin's Creed 2. Ever. So that would be something I would probably play eventually in the future, would be the DLCs for that. Like I said, I want to replay Assassin's Creed, like the Ezio trilogy. So that would be something I would replay, is Assassin's Creed 2. I know now in the Ezio collection, they combined it into the DLC. I'm sorry, they combined the DLC into the base game, so you can't miss it now. Which is how the game should have been, you know, but I don't think they were trying to pull a Capcom. I just think that maybe they had, like, an idea for content, and just they probably couldn't finish in time, and then later on they could. Unlike Capcom locking entire characters on disc, making you pay $10. It's actually one of the games we saw at that E3 thing for 2011. Is Street Fighter Cross Tekken, which is like one of the most infamous examples of on-disc DLC in history. I'm considering getting the Switch port of Red Dead Redemption sometime later this year. I hope it runs well, because I know that they had the Switch port of Arkham Knight, and that does not run well. But obviously Arkham Knight has too much stuff. You could miss it? No, so when they originally released Assassin's Creed 2, those two sequences, Sequence 12 and Sequence 13, are not a part of the base game. So back in the day, you had to buy them as extra DLC. Now, when I was playing Assassin's Creed 2, I didn't really know about this. I thought it was like just bonus missions like at the end of the game. I also didn't really care because I just wanted to play the game and just finish it, because that playthrough had dragged on for many years at that point. But yeah, it wasn't bound into the actual campaign of the game like it is now, and it should be that way, because if you know the lore of Assassin's Creed, they shouldn't be skipping sequences in that manner. That's not how the Assassin's Creed lore works. I'm not sure, maybe they said something in the game, they're like, you know, we could, oh, it looks like we could skip ahead a little bit, right? To me, it feels like it was cut content that became uncut because they fixed it and they were able to sell it as DLC. So it's not that really that you could miss it, it's that when the game launched, it didn't exist. And remember, it wasn't until Assassin's Creed Brotherhood that you were able to go back and replay missions, if I remember correctly. That was one of the things that they added, is that you could go back and replay missions, so you could get, like, optional objectives and just, you know, just replay the game, right? Nowadays they do New Game Plus, but, you know, back then they were like, oh, mission select. You could literally go down the strands of DNA. And I do kind of miss that aesthetic of Assassin's Creed, right? I think that that's something that's definitely been lost in the last couple of years that they should bring back. Is just the aesthetic of how you present the game in that manner. It was truly unique. There was never any other games out there like that. Period. Alright, we'll defeat these two Skorupi and then we're good. And then we'll have 3 Pokemon done in one day. Oh, come on. Dude, this fucking glitch is so stupid, man. I'm right here. Now he's gonna get a free move. He doesn't deserve it. But, I mean, it's not gonna do much. It's just he doesn't deserve it. Alright, let's see if I can get away with not healing. Let's see. Yes, I can. Okay. Alright. And with that, we are good. Very nice. Perfect. Alright. I don't really care to get the packages. It's not a big deal to me. Let's talk to this dude. Alright. So next time when we play, we're going to work on 3 Pokemon in particular. We're going to work on Mantine. We're going to work on... Wait, what did I say? Mantine, Bronzong. I like how the music just cuts right off. We're going to work on Mantine, Bronzong, and Basculin. Oh, and I guess I should go catch that Bergmite. Am I going to remember to do that? Of course not. Oh, and Snover's another one. We're probably going to spend some time up there anyway. I guess I'll just have to remember to catch a Bergmite next time. Now, I'm going to forget, so Viv, if you could remind me, that would be dope. I'll probably remember at some point anyway. I don't know if I'm going to play... I guess I will play this next week. I'll probably play it earlier in the week, though, because obviously I'm going to be camping Dawn Trail's release date like crazy, so... Alright, that's going to be it, everyone. I want to thank everyone who showed up. Thanks, Devin. Thanks, Viv. Thanks, Light-Minded. Thanks, Evan. Thanks, Ash. Thanks, who else joined? It's been a while. Level Up Gamer, much appreciated. Thanks, Crispy. Thanks everyone who showed up. I'm gonna go chill. Yeah. Catch a Buttmite? No, what was it? A Bergmite. Bergmite. Alright. I'm gonna bounce. Next week, we will probably also maybe do some more Pikmin challenge modes. We'll probably try to get to some of the harder levels, but I'm not too sure. Avatar session, I have no idea. It's coming soon, though, I promise. Alright, thank you all. Y'all have a good rest of your evening, and I will see you later. Have a good one.